It's 7:45. Okay, scratch that. 7:46 p.m. right now. Um, it's the 19th of February, 2016. It's Friday. I'm looking at this mess in a ruling. Basically, okay. So I'm reading this article. It's on this guy. It's a trans guy, and it went down. Pardon me, in Virginia. Where is it? Where is it? Hang on a minute. Hang on. Of last year. And actually, that may not even actually be true because this is just probably that's actually just dating the. Oh, I'm sorry. This yeah, it happened the 6th of September 2015. And anyway, that's probably actually just dating when this article was posted on the internet. There's no telling when all this crap actually started to happen. Who knows? Anyway, a kid was basically denied using the bathroom. It says right here, federal judge denies trans student the right to use male bathroom. This really pisses me off because I'm reading through this article, okay? And of course, everyone's seeming to be so fucking respectful, right? Listen to this. Alright, so, just little clump. Grimm had used, again, section from the article here. Grimm had used, I'm not wearing a shirt. Anyway, I'm so ADD. Grimm had used the boys' bathroom during the 10th grade for several months with the permission of the principal of Blank County High School and without incident from his peers. Okay, so they can go on trying to act like, they're just like they have the highest respect, by saying the male pronouns and shit. But yet, okay, so you respect me enough and in my face you smile and you call me he and everything, right? But then you still deny me to take a fucking piss? Like that just and then your reasons are, well, it's kind of inappropriate. Here are the list of bullshit reasons right here. And I can just, woo, I can drop it. I can drop it at the drop of a dime. I'm there. Number one. Well, security reasons. We're concerned for your safety. Safety being, well, let's say a man is curious about you. You go into the bathroom and man wants to try to beat you up or even rape you. Again, just basically making us seem like weak fucking pricks. You know what I'm saying? Us as trans guys, like we're just so weak. You know what I'm saying? Like we can just be so manipulated like that. And basically just stimming us down to standards of women. And am I claiming that women should be beaten down? They should be raped? No, I don't want that to happen to anyone. You see, but that's their automatic justification. Well, we don't want you to be raped. Again, just basically saying like I'd just be so easily manipulated, right? You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta be real. I'm a scrawny little stiff. I'm a twig, and I'm black, so I actually fit the description of a twig. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a Slim Jim, not that slim, not like that thin. Jeez, but I mean you know where I'm coming from. I don't have a lot of muscle. I'm working out, but I don't have a lot of muscle. And I'm black, so that's why I said twig. And I can do it, so I can do it. I accept that. You can say whatever you want about me, but whatever. Yeah, so I get it. In a situation, I don't know how much physically I would be able to win over, especially if the dude is like, and most guys are taller than me, but I'm pretty sure he would have some muscle too, like that man muscle, that base man muscle, like that, the basic man muscle that I don't have. You know what I'm saying? Because my body isn't male or whatever. Anyway, that's the number one. It's for security, it's for your safety. Why we don't allow you in there. Two, it's inappropriate for them to see you like that, which they're not seeing me anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like we just go in there and whip our dicks out. We just go in there and lift up our shirts and our binders like, woohoo, hey, look at me. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. We're in there to take a piss or to shit or blow our nose or wash our hands or get some paper towels. You know what I'm saying? We're in, we're out. And to be honest, for most trans people going to the bathrooms, it is, come on now. There's already so much and majority of trans people will tell you this, there's already so much um, nervous anxiety, and we're already so nervous already going in here. It doesn't matter whether you're a month on hormones or whether you're 10 years, there's always that anxiety. And I've heard that from so many other trans people all across the board, trans men and trans women, or just androgynous people, non-binary people, all over the board, okay, of queer. And when it comes to gender, when you're not cisgender, you know what I'm saying, like, it just, obviously with the standard bathrooms that coordinate to either of the two sexes. I'm not including intersex people here, but not right now, because this anyway. Not this time. Maybe another video. But you see what I'm saying? Like, to cisgender people, obviously those choices are easier. But see, for us non-binary people, whether you are strictly non-binary, gender fluid, or agender, or a demi boy, or anything else, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, come on now, transgender. It there's always anxiety because, you see, maybe things, it just, it really complicates things for us in our head, because I know even sometimes, like, for me, modern day, I get like this kind of guilt thing, like, okay, I'm going to go in here now. God, like, I have to look around. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it's weird. So yes, we always feel weirdness, okay? So you don't have to worry about us. If that's the fear that it's inappropriate for you to be around us, fuck that. And number one, let's loop it back around. So we're inappropriate for you, huh? So we're so wrong for you. But yet you're like, and trans men specifically, trans men, whatever. Um, Even this case is talking like a trans guy, so let's keep it basic. It's like, okay, so we're really so wrong for you, like, we're really so inappropriate, right? We're gonna go in the bathroom, lift up our shirts, and, we're coming into the bathroom to fuck as many guys as we can. But yet, loop it back around to number one, but yet you're the ones who can rape us? Let me get this straight. So we're so inappropriate, we're so vile to you guys, we're exposing you to something that's so disgusting, but yet you're the ones who can rape us anyway? You see what I'm saying? Like, because that is a reason. That's a quote legit reason that they always use. Well, you could be raped, or they could assault you, or something like that, or whatever. Yes, and it happens. It has happened plenty of times in the past. Yes, and I can guarantee you probably plenty of more times, because not everything's documented. Yes, yes, and yes. But it's like, we're so inappropriate for you, but yet you're the ones who can literally, like, assault me or stab me, and, like, it'll be quote okay. And it's such a double standard, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a threat to you, but yet you're the one who can literally, like, beat my ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But yeah, and plus they always use the excuse of, well, girls shouldn't be around boys, like for trans women, who may still have their physical anatomy, however it is. Like I said, they may be like, well, if we allow transgender students to use certain bathrooms, to use the quote regular bathrooms, then that's going to be inappropriate for little girls to see a male anatomy. And that's even a quote in here, literally in this article, because I read the same article earlier. Anyway, it's getting to me. Like, really? You respect me enough to try to act like you're sensible enough to me, say he and his, but yet you're still, and I'm talking about liberals too. I am. Because you guys want to try to act like you're all cool, again, smile on my face, and get your goodies for the press, make it seem like you're really on our side. But yet, when I really need you to stand behind me, when I'm actually in the middle of fighting or protesting or whatever, where are you people? You guys are nowhere to be found. I notice that so often, really, when it comes to, like, all that Black Lives Matter and crap. But I notice it in even queer things too, like liberals and, whatever, like, protesters or advocates, that's what it's called, not protesters, advocates for queer rights, and mainly I noticed that the people who are allies for queer rights, they're not even queer, like, in any way. You don't have to be. What I'm saying is, a lot of allies, they basically get our attention, like, get our attention, they feed off of what's ours. And this takes me back to that whole thing where it said how, white people And I don't like to keep it black and white, but let's just keep it black and white for this case, because it is important. Like I like to remember that, okay, whatever white people do, like white community does, gets to do, the other communities, basically follows along in their footsteps and their paths too. And when I say other communities, I mean Asians, Hispanics, or whatever else will have you. Not the blacks, because hell, we can never seem to do enough to catch up with them. Not entirely because they don't want us to. That's kind of the point. They don't want us to be on the level. Um, they really don't. Whatever the whites do, other races try. It's easier for them to try to play catch up and follow. You know what I'm saying? And imitate. It's easier for other races that aren't white to imitate and get more privilege as the white community than it is for the black community. And that's just a damn fact. That's just a fact. Fact of life. But anyway, it's almost like when it's said that whites, they love black culture but not black people. Like, how it's said that whites steal our culture, and they make our culture and things about us so positive. You see what I'm saying? But then, like, when it's time to actually fight for us and advocate for us, they claim like they're all for us, and they hate racism and they're not racist, and oh, I have black friends too, and all this other crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Black Lives Matter, and it's wrong that guy was shot for trying to buy a candy bar, and he had his hands in his pockets and he was black. Oh yeah, that's really wrong. And they're talking to all their black friends again at the time when they're talking about, let's say, the scenario. But then when they're with their white friends, they don't dare bring it up. You know what I'm saying? Because that stuff isn't on their mind. They're with their white friends. When they're with their black friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying? It's I really just don't like this. Any other time, they can try to use male pronouns and smile on my face and say, oh, yeah, I understand. We're with you 100%. But yet, where are you? Literally, like that song. What is that? Justin Bieber, like, where are you now that I need you? Really? Come on now. I hear that junk on the radio. Like, they don't play it as often, but anyway, really, where are you when I'm actually fighting for this? Those liberals, those high up liberals who are all up in Black Lives Matter and the queer community's face about, yeah, I fight for you. I agree with you on this. But yet, where's your ass when I need funding for something? When I need funding to help actually put laws into place. When I need funding to start up buildings and safe spaces and God, I mean, where are you? You're nowhere. Because guess what? Get all you need to get for the press and to look like a goody goody. And then you disappear. So real change can't actually happen. And ironically, I get it, this is their world, and they're cisgender heteronormative people, and they want it to stay a certain way. I get it. Like, initially, underneath all that fake, like I said, ally crap, like I said, there are very few good allies in queer community and the black community and everything like that. But yeah, most of them, they do it for show, you know what I'm saying? They get the good feelings, they like feeling praised, and they like the approval that they get from certain groups, because again, especially these certain liberals, it builds them up, right? It builds up their rep, because you get the crowd fired up, right? Like, yeah, like, yeah, like, I like you, I'm really fighting for you, yeah, I'm gonna vote for you. And then guess what? When they get their votes for the position that they want, I'm not even talking about president, but let's just say, I'm not saying it has to be presidential either. When they get their votes for whatever it is, or when they get enough money, funding, sponsors, advertisement, you know what I'm saying? Just, they go on about their lives, you know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, they want to keep their world a certain way, because underneath that smile that's on their face in front of the camera, when they walk off of the podium that they're standing in front of, or walk off the stage, they go back to their lives, back to their cisgender heteronormative lives. It's not even the fact. It doesn't have to be the fact. Again, because you can be an ally, and you don't have to be queer in any way, you see? it would help you a little more to understand the struggle. But see, you don't have to be. Like I said, even with these people who are like, yeah, I'm for queer lives and I'm for, your struggles, and I'm going to help you do this, and I care about this. And, again, like in this article, using he and him and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It looks good. It looks good. It sounds good. Seems like you're really making a difference. Anyway, they go on back to their regular, expected and praised lives, which is, deemed normal and right. They don't have to, you know what I'm saying? They don't have to worry about the stuff that we have to worry about. And in order to be a good ally, you do not have to be queer in order to actually be a good ally. But this is why I say there's so very few actual allies, because there are a lot who are just, they're in it for the rally, if you will. They're in it to look good or to feel good about themselves. You see what I'm saying? Or they don't do enough research themselves on what they should be researching, on what pronouns to use, on even to ask about pronouns first, before they just assume, hey, hey, what's up, girl? What's going on, man? And then of course you're just sitting there all offended. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't look up certain things because they don't really care, and it's not even that it's not theirs to look up anyway. It's just that phrase, actions speak louder than words. It's like, okay, so you can look me on my face, you can call me John, you can say he and him and his, but you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you really doing for me? Like, what are you doing to show me that you actually give a damn? Anyway, there's just like that. I wouldn't say a double standard. That's all I can come up with right now. Double standard. But the double standard of saying something, doing something that makes you look good, but then in your actual life you actually don't give a damn about it, and you actually don't actually, I don't know why I said actually twice, you don't actually do anything for that cause in reality. It's almost like at school, those food drives. So, maybe, let's say if your school tries to blackmail you and says, oh, well, we'll throw a pizza party if you can fundraise the highest amount of, cereal boxes, or what, Girl Scouts, that's a perfect example. You can sell this amount of box cookies and we'll go here, or something, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. Let's say it's a blackmail thing or not. Let's just say, let's keep it simple, food drive. Again, they only blackmail you with like a pizza party to make you care, because they know if they don't do something, then no one's gonna do it. But anyway, let's keep it basic. A food drive. So maybe you're feeling good and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna help. So maybe you donate a lot of food, or you plan to. You're like, yeah, I really care about donating. I care about people who are homeless. I care about homeless animals, and I want to really get out, and I want to really change the world. I want to help adoption of animals. I want to get out and donate food. I want to work at a soup kitchen. But you never do it. Like, you don't ever make any outside plans to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, outside of yourself, outside of your life. You don't, it shows you don't care about it enough, because you don't take any time, dedicated time. You don't put it outside of your life, outside of your busy schedule or whatever, to actually do something about it. You see? And the same thing, I get it, this is their world, so they don't want it to change. Initially, they don't. Probably because of those rigid systems of, if you look like this, you're a boy. If you have this in between your legs, you're a girl. Probably because of those bullshit rigid systems. The same things that I have in my mind. And I can't hide it. I mean, I'm partially ashamed of it. I mean, it's in there. You know what I'm saying? It's programmed. And it wasn't my fault that it was like that. Like, I didn't do that to myself. Anyway, what I'm saying is, like, the reason why nothing ever gets done is because even these liberal people who you would think who's on your side, and you think they really have power to do something, ask yourself, why doesn't anything ever get done then? You know what I'm saying? Like, if liberals are so great, and and I'm not saying everyone's like going to be awesome at their job, everyone can do everything and anything, like every single liberal. But I'm saying, where are the good few who actually make stuff happen? You see what I'm saying? Because if more stuff could happen, then obviously common sense, there will be a less and less need for things to need to happen. You see, and it really pisses me off because it's like, it proves once again they don't care for us and they don't really want us here. If they did, they would make this stuff happen. They would make laws, things to happen. But see, they don't want things to get messed up in their world because they're comfortable with things how things are. But see, no one is actually going to look you in your face and tell you that, especially with all this sensitivity and sympathy crap that we're brainwashed to think as a kid that actually exists and that we're taught to have. Since everyone's taught to have that, and don't be rude, don't stare, don't point, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one actually steps up and is real with it, because then you're rude, or then you're selfish, then you're like betraying, your people, or like, you're just, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you get that thing, well, you wouldn't want anyone to say this to you or do this to you. Now, if someone decides to stab someone else because they thought, they looked funny or something, yeah, I wouldn't want that to happen to me either, you know what I'm saying? Just because I'm a short black guy, you know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, it's kind of weird. He's too short to be a guy. I think I'll stab him. No, I wouldn't want that to happen. But, I'm just saying, well, we're taught so much to hold back, to have restraint. And to be honest, I think boys even more than girls. Well, scratch that. Girls are really taught to be all polite and everything like that, and ladylike and all that bullshit. But the reason why I said boys is because, because boys, it's like, boys have like, cis guys, they have this natural physical strength. So you have to try to numb them down and try to teach them to be sensitive so they don't grow up to be like this raging monster who's swinging his fist around, basically. Teach him to be gentle, not violent. Uses his words and not his fist, crap like that. Again, just basically numbing you down. But it's like, they don't really care about us. Even these liberals who are like all up in our faces and on TV, and it seems like they're really making a difference. All these lawyers and I remember way back when, these lawyers that would help fight for like same-sex marriage cases. Number one, they probably did it for the money. You know what I'm saying? Money's money, business is business. And also, it looked good on their part, and it led, it enabled a gateway for other lawyers to come out and say, hey, this is actually a profitable business. I can do the same. And then, of course, more and more cases were coming out and about. And, of course, there are always queer couples around. You see what I'm saying? Like, wanting to get married. But see, they don't really care about us. And there's a reason why this stuff isn't happening, because these people who are in power, they're not letting it happen. And there's a reason for it. They don't want it to happen. They don't. And even in this article, to bring it back, when they want to, again, try to say he and him and act like they're respectful, like they're so nice, right? Like they give a damn about you and people like you who are in their world, who can be in their bathrooms with their children or with their sons and with their grown-up daughters or whatever else, with their grandmothers and with their uncles. They want to act like they actually care and like they're nice, but you know what I'm saying? If that were the case, this stuff would be getting done, and it's not. The people who are in power, they're purposely not focusing on this stuff for a reason. They're focusing on other stuff because they don't want this to happen. They don't want this in their world, you see? And again, bringing it back to the whole sympathy crap that we're taught as kids, like, we're supposed to be nice, and also, again, like, they're people who are high up in power, whether they're liberals or someone who's running for mayor, of course they're gonna say what the people want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Get those votes and get the popular vote or popular view, get the money and go on about their way. But anyway, I had to vlog about this because it just really pissed me off. This stuff that, like, I even get at, like, my school. They want to be in my face. Oh, yeah, we care about you. Oh, what's your name again? John? Yeah. John, yeah, I mean, I care about you, and believe me, I understand, and if I could, I would let you use the bathroom, but I just can't let you do it because school rule says and then I ask, okay, well, show me where it says this, like specifically. And they say, well, I don't have it on me. You know what I'm saying? Always trying to push it off, always pushing it off. See what I'm saying? Anyway, they know they don't want us around. See, they just can't say that either because their job is in the way, and of course it's going to affect their money, or because they just don't want to be bothered with people like me altogether in their face at all. So they'd rather just be nice. Like I said, kill them with kindness. I'd rather just shake their head. Oh, yeah, that's great. And then as soon as you walk away, think whatever they think about you, put their head down and go on about their lives, their straight cisgender lives, because they don't have any fucking problems. You see, they're set. This world, this system that we have is made for them. They're in fucking paradise. And instead of us grinding like a bunch of bitches, like a bunch of fucking babies, wah, give me this, give me my rights. No, they do not give a fuck about you. We have to take it. We have to take shit on our own. We have to make for ourselves. They're not going to give it to us. Because they don't want to turn their world around. You see what I'm saying? They're comfortable how they are. We have to have our own land and do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's where my head is at right now. Of course, I can't tell anyone that because people think I'm fucked up. People think I'm crazy. They're like, what do you mean we have to have our own land? Let's have our own space. You see what I'm saying? Do whatever we want. I don't mean like anarchy, like, people killing each other and, people like spraying salt in each other's eyes. No, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, let's make this a world for us. Even if it's just land that's the size of like, Illinois or something. Idaho. It has to be bigger than Rhode Island. It has to be bigger than Haiti. Like those really, really, really tiny countries, You know what I'm saying? We have to have space. We have to have our own land, our own space. But regardless, we need to have our own because they're not going to give it to us. There's a reason they do not want things to be a certain way. We're different from them. We need to own up to that shit. It's simple. What are you going to do? Bitch and grind your whole life? Oh, you didn't give me this. Oh, you hurt my feelings. Are you going to go out and make your own? Stand up for yourself. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of people grinding. Oh, you didn't give this to me. Well, go out and make your own. Figure out a way you can make this life work on your fucking own. Because these people aren't going to give you that. You think they care about us? They don't care about us. People need to own up to it. Instead of all this, advocate crap. People don't care about us. And that's just it. That's final. You see what I'm saying? And that's how it's going to stay.